Nation, I'm Just Paul of WreckedRadio, and this week in news, we have a lot of it, and there's a lot of good news. Let's start off with the good news that musicians Lights and Beau Bokan of Blessed of Fall are married. Lights simply tweeted her full name. Lights Valerie Ann Poxleitner Bokan. Mouthful. I think I'll stick with Lights. And here are some pictures. Aww. Aww. Good game, my man. You got to her first. And I guess that's all that matters. And also Anthony Green of Circus Survive and his wife welcome a new baby boy. His name is Luke Francis Green. Oh, here's baby's first Instagram. Am I allowed to show all these pictures? And MCR confirms a new drummer. Jared Alexander will be playing drums on their next album. Next album? Frankie said in a recent interview, he loves coffee and hitting drums super hard, and the fact that he's not a feeding piece of garbage is a breath of fresh air. Good. And both All Time Low and Animal Collective have announced finishing their latest albums. The Animal Collective album called Centipede HZ, I think that stands for something like Hertz, or I'm not sure, will be coming out this fall, and you can see a trippy, fun announcement video below that includes some sneak peeks at the track list. Also announced Say Anything will be releasing a documentary to their latest album, Anarchy, My Dear. You can see the 4-minute trailer below. And you can now see on our website some new artwork for Passion Pit, the Gaslight Anthem, and Big D in the Kids Table. And now some of the biggest news in rock news since the last person died. Singer of Against Me, Tom Gabel, has announced a sex change operation in his future. Rolling Stone was the magazine that announced and released the article on Gabel's dealings with gender dysphoria. You missed some of the details from the last week because his story is about a week old. He'll be changing his name to Laura Jane Grace, and he'll be staying with his wife, Heather, with whom he shares a 2-year-old daughter. And he will remain playing in Against Me. But Gabel recognizes that this transition will not be so easy. He tells Rolling Stone, but that's part of what talking to you is about, is hoping people will understand and hoping they'll be fairly kind. Fans, bloggers, and other musicians like Brian Fallon of the Gaslight Anthem have been showing their support. From my limited understanding of the subject, it means feeling your whole life like you were born in the wrong skin. That's something that 99% of us can't understand. Whether you agree or don't, it's not your life, it's not your family, it's not your band, it's theirs. After hearing this news, my opinion on it is I was at first really shocked. The band has had such a masculine force behind it. But as far as an opinion on the choice, of course it's anybody's choice. And I agree with Brian and all the other supporters in saying that it is his life and we should support whatever comes out of it. What I'm very interested in is how the band is going to continue, because Gabel will be going under surgery and hormone treatment. So I'm very interested to see how this turns out. This is not something that's very common in rock news at all. So I think this is new territory for a lot of people, but I support the decision to go through with this. And Gabel, my heart is with you, man. Moving on, in video news, you can watch Feist's new video for Cicadas and Gulls. And live on stage, you can now see new songs from the XX and from Escape the Fate. Escape the Fate's new song entitled Live Fast, Die Beautiful. Also, Set Your Goals have a few live videos that you can see, including their song Goonies Never Say Die, and also Tegan Sera are adding to their update series called Carpool Confessional. And finally, we were talking about Mark Hoppus of Blink-182 last week. He just recently did a video with CollegeHumor that I really enjoyed. It was about bassists looking bored on stage, which is interesting and something I think we've all thought about before. But it's a really nice outlook, and it's a funny joke about the different members of our favorite rock bands. So take a look. It's well worth the watch. In streaming, we've got a new song from yeasayer called Henrietta, and you can see an acoustic, or hear an acoustic performance of Simple Plan's Astronaut. And we can see a cover of Fun and Hayley Wlliams covering Gotye's somebody that I used to know who's not sick of this song yet. Raise their hand. Good, still going strong. And we also have a new song streaming from the Spill Canvas accompanying an interview by the band, and it is called From San Francisco. We can get a taste of some new songs from the Ready Set. The Beach Boys and John Mayer has released a streaming version of his album Born and Raised on iTunes. In tourneys, you can go to the website at WreckedRadio.net if you aren't familiar, and you can see a tour update as well as a bunch of other stories and features. But the tour update includes Bamboozle, The Word Alive, and Tegan Sera updates about On the Road. And finally, we have a new band to feature this week. They are called King Washington, and they're going to introduce themselves as well as show you a clip from their awesome new video. Go ahead, guys.
I'm Tyson from King Washington. This is Kevin.
My name is not Kevin.
Kevin, please. What you're about to see is a great music video captured by the great Clint Gregory with Let It Happen Productions. And it's important to know that, well, there were no animals harmed in this project, but we lost some good men. Still hear the screams.
You're watching Wreck Radio Nation. This is Ball and Change by King Washington.
The light that's on the wall keeps moving. I'm drinking by my lonesome ghostly cold. Am I feeling this out loud?
You guys are well aware that we have 6 contests up right now. The contest winners will be picked tomorrow and also contacted, so watch your inboxes or your emails if I can't get your inboxes. We're going to randomly choose the winners of the 5 poster contests as well as the not gonna worry about the green screen, but yeah, you've seen it, the Mass Canvas t-shirt that is signed by Pete Wed. So you've got a couple hours, depending on when you're watching this, to put your name into our contest. The 5 poster contest, if you can win one of my personal posters that I've had in my dorm room all year, you can go to Facebook, which is the only place that you can submit. And as for the Mass Canvas, go on last week's episode and write, type hashtag Mass Canvas rocks in the comments.